Our principal cussed out the entire high school. Freshman year of high school. Freshman year, you're so clueless to the social things going on. And this was right 2012, 2013, right when social media was big or starting to get big. Twitter was the hottest one at the time, at least still one of the main platforms like it is now. Getting an announcement on the loudspeaker, I think around lunchtime, we will have a full school assembly in the gymnasium at this time, mandatory attendance. Okay. Didn't think anything of it. Again, totally new to, I'm not going to cap, we went to Cuff Cath, but this was before everybody thought we were the white supremacists, so it was just another rich prep school in the area. Another thing about Cuff Cath, as a private school, I don't know how every private school is, but at ours, you could be punished in school for anything you did out of school. So anything that you did on social media, anything that you did if you were in school spirit wear, or you were identified as a covenant Catholic student, you could be punished inside of school. we go we go into the gym, and as a freshman, I think I was sitting with my buddy, we'll call him John. We're walking up to the very end of the bleachers. We're like, oh man, this is gonna be fun. Like, we're heading into Highlands week. It's our big rival high school. This will be cool. The whole school's there. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, you're divided by where your class is. There's a projector up. We had a school priest who takes the mic and says an opening prayer. So you're like, oh, nice, like little opening prayer. This is sick. Maybe it's like a spirit rally, or it's like a pep rally for the game. All of a sudden, and I cannot emphasize enough the comedy of this. Like, our school priest gets done with an opening prayer, real calmly hands the mic to our principal, who goes, "Somebody tweeted, 'Fuck Highlands!'" And you lose it, right? Because you're like, oh my God, this is a complete 180. So me and my buddy John, we start dying laughing, and we put our heads down because we're terrified as freshmen. We're like, hey, we don't even know what's going on. But if we get caught laughing, you're fucked. So we put our heads down, and we're just biting our lips because we literally went from a prayer to that. And this shit gets funnier. Some seniors in our class, or a group of kids in our school, they, right before, like, this is like 3 days before the game, they tweeted "Fuck Highlands" and had a picture of a dead blue jay hanging from a tree that they had either found or killed. And I guess it just blew up. I'm not sure I'm getting this right, but I'm pretty sure it blew up all over social media. Like, the national media got attention of it because Merrill Hodges' son was playing for Highlands at the time, and he tweeted out like something about it being a disgusting act or some shit like that. I think it either got, and he was an analyst at ESPN at the time, so I think it either got to ESPN or maybe PETA picked it up. And it was so funny because, like, okay, look, I get it, like shooting certain songbirds and shit, we know that's wrong. I don't even know how they got a hold of the dead bird, so I'm not going to speak on their behalf. But you got to understand, the state of Kentucky, for a dead blue jay, like, that is the least of 99% of the people in Kentucky's concern. Just going to throw that out there. So no offense, PETA, but given the living situations of a lot of people in the state of Kentucky and the lifestyles that we live here in Kentucky, that ain't a fucking concern. We're just the whole school's getting ripped for this. And I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened to the kids. I don't know if they got suspended or they got some type of trouble. I have no idea. I just cannot emphasize enough the comedy of a priest doing an opening prayer for an assembly where you're going to pull up a dead blue jay and say, somebody tweeted, "Fuck Highlands." And he just dropped it. He didn't give a shit. Because technically, first of all, he's just quoting, but he just drops an F-bomb on the whole school. I mean, absolute comedy when you're not in trouble for it. Later that week, we play Highlands, and I'm pretty sure, I don't even remember that much, but I'm pretty sure we got the shit kicked out of us in that game. And Merrill Hodges' son was all over ESPN Top 10 because he had like 6 touchdowns in the game. Oh my God. I mean, absolute comedy. Comedy. Just the whole thing. Like, really, some high school kids talking shit to their biggest rival on Twitter is going to blow up that much and get these kids in trouble. Like, seriously. If you want to get them in trouble for the Bluebird, fine. But do you know how many people tweet "Fuck Cuff Cath" on a regular basis? And that was always so funny. It was probably the toughest thing about going to Cuff Cath, and I think pretty much every private school would know this. Anytime you play someone, if you're a good team, and I'm not saying just Cuff Cath because I know there's other good programs in the area, but if you go to a private school and you're a powerhouse, everybody talks shit to you. But as far as your faculty and coaches' expectation is, you have to be raised to a higher level as far as, like, you can't respond, don't clap back, just go win the game. And that's supposed to be enough of a statement. So it was always so funny when kids would get in trouble for social media beef in school. at Cup Calf, man. I mean, fucking comedy. And it's so funny that it blew up over a tweet because I look at, like, now, we are probably the most socially aware society that we've had in America in forever. And I'm not talking shit because I'm one of them. We all want to say something, right, about like, oh, look at these celebrities that worship the devil or the Illuminati, and yet you still support them and watch all their shit on TV or on social media. Or you say social media is so addicting and bad, but yet everybody gets on social media, so you don't really want to stop using social media. The new one with Apple, everyone's like, look at these villagers are out getting the lithium. Man, look how these lithium batteries are made, but nobody's throwing their fucking iPhone away. My favorite one. All the people who have podcasts and social media shit, like, it'd be like if I had a Talks with Tom episode and I say, you guys need to stop using social media. You need to get off YouTube. You need to get off your phones. But subscribe to my link in the bio. Like, that makes no fucking sense. All these people, all these companies that say they're doing humanitarian shit, they're fucking running a business. Nike, right? The most diverse company in the world that's fucking sponsored by every ethnicity and race. They're fucking running sweatshops, right? I mean, fuck. And why wouldn't you? That's part of business. Part of business is fucking finding the cheapest way to make your shit so you can make the most money possible. So, like, we have to have a balance between the fact that, like, people are still trying to run businesses and make money, and the fact that, yes, there are some things that are probably, like, if you're killing someone, like, if you're ruining someone's health, you should probably fucking change that shit. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to do what they can to save a buck. And that's just not just big companies. That's every fucking person in the fucking world. You're going to do what you can to save a buck. So, as far as the humanitarian effort shit goes, man, like, if you want to make a statement, you actually have to live that statement. Don't just fucking make the statement because you want to go viral on Twitter and start up a bunch of shit. And that's another fucking bullshit thing. Why do we have to, every time we apply for a job, why do you have to put your gender or your race? Why does that matter? It should be about who's best fit for the position. If you're qualified for a job, you should get the fucking job. They should hire the most qualified person. You shouldn't have to check a box. Because here's what's so backwards about this whole diversity thing. We say we want companies and organizations to be diverse. But here's the problem with that. If you're just checking a box, hiring an African American and an Asian and another person of ethnicity because you have to, that's more racist than hiring somebody because they're qualified. Like, how does nobody understand? How does nobody see that? That amazes me. Like, if I'm a white person and I own a business and I'm like, oh my God, I need to hire a black guy, an Asian chick, and a couple other Mexicans just so I check those boxes so nobody gives me shit. That's more fucking racist than going, okay, this person is most qualified for the position. Who cares what fucking color they are or race or religion? I'm going to hire them because they're the most qualified for the job. That's how it's supposed to be done. So we're really just creating more racism. And I don't understand why America, I know that slavery happened. And us fucking Anglo-Saxon European whites, we're the fucking worst people in America for what we did, right? But this generation of white people didn't do it. I just think it's so dumb. Like, I do truly think that the majority of Americans don't even look at the color of your skin or your race, like, or your religion. Like, I don't think any of that shit matters for the majority of people in the United States of America. I can't emphasize enough that it's so fucking obvious that it's our government, our own government, is trying to fucking divide us. 100%. Like, it's so fucking obvious, and nobody wants to acknowledge it. Like, I don't care who you vote for. And everyone's going to say, oh my God, a white guy in front of the American flag from Kentucky, he has to be fucking Republican. That's an assumption. Even regardless of who you vote for, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Why can't we just have people in office who aren't fucking liars, who don't steal money from people, and are actually just doing the best for every American, regardless of their color, race, religion, or whatever, or gender, or all the other shit that we have to check off? So, like, come on. I mean, fuck. Let's wake up a little bit here. I think, especially here in America, we have to either decide, are we going to fucking really, I mean, if you really want to take shit like the corrupt government, the celebrities who worship the devil, all this shit that we say we don't like or we're conspiracizing against, all the shit that you say you're against but continue to use, come on. Like, if you really want to take those people down or fucking bring them to their knees, you got to stop using their shit. And I think we all know that shit ain't happening because everybody knows social media is too much fun to use, and we fucking love listening to certain artists on Spotify, whether they're devil worshippers or not. Ain't nobody getting rid of their fucking iPhone. Ain't nobody not watching certain shows on Netflix, whether they're fucking woke or they're Republican or whoever they support. Like, it's just so dumb. And I'm just being honest here, as your average American, I'm still going to get on social media. I'm still going to fucking eat food that's probably not that good for me. I'm going to drink the water that they're poisoning. And I'm probably still going to listen to fucking Spotify. So, like, why would I sit here and fucking bitch about something that I do. That seems like the most hypocritical thing in the world. I'm still going to use my fucking iPhone, regardless of how you get the batteries. And I think that's what's so ridiculous is we pick one humanitarian issue every couple months, right? That everybody's going to put all over social media and they're going to put the company on blast, but they're not going to fucking change it because they don't have to. There you go. So that's where that all went from a tweet about fuck Highlands. And still, to this day, fuck Highlands. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street getting big, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more.